Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is 4 Minute Friday. While we're all home, whether it's shelter in place or quarantine, or you're one of the few states that don't have that, people are thinking about vehicles because spring is coming. So maybe your car needs some repairs. Repair shops are open, and they are putting special procedures in place so that we can keep people from getting sick. But some people are running out of their lease. Other people are saying, I need a new vehicle. And that's why I've been getting a lot of emails from you saying, hey, is this a good time to buy a car? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about, is this a good time to buy a car right in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic? Or will there be good deals afterwards? Or are there no deals? I've heard all kinds of things. Now, some people are saying, oh, there's going to be blowout fire sales. There's not going to be blowout fire sales. They're going to be selling vehicles. They still have to turn on the lights. They still have people they have to pay. So keep that in mind, that there's not going to be anyone paying you to take a car. So let's take that right off the table. All right. Is everything at retail? No. Are they negotiable? Yes, but not as much as you would think. Here are some things that might help you and some information to answer your questions, and maybe you can then move forward on making a good deal. Here are some things you need to know. The dealers still have cars on their lots, and yes, they need to make money on them because at the first of every month, they pay an interest fee called floor planning. And that's true whether there's a virus or not. So first of the month, April 1st came, they paid the financing. Even if they didn't sell any cars, they had to pay it. And at the end of the month, they're going to be more anxious to get rid of vehicles than they would be any other time of the month. Not the time of the year, just the month. And during what's going on now, they'll be a little bit more interested because they don't want to pay that finance rate. So if you desperately need a vehicle today, you can email your favorite dealer anywhere across the country. You can use a bunch of different apps that are available out there, and you can easily start the communication. What I highly recommend is, number one, do your homework. You can watch my reviews. There are a ton of other great reviews out there. You can look at places like Auto Trader and Kelley Blue Book and Edmunds.com and Cars.com, and there's tons of great reviews out there. And I suggest you watch literally 10 of them. That's your homework. We're all going to have completely different opinions. For me, I'm about performance and safety, seating comfort, visibility. For other people, it's not. So you find the people that you like, you hear what they have to say, and you kind of make your own decision. So no knee-jerk reactions. Don't put everything in one basket. Try to find what makes sense for you. Now, once you've done your research and you start emailing the different dealers, again, you can use an app. You can contact the dealer via phone. They are answering the phone. And they will communicate with you because, believe me, like you, they want to sell you a car and you need a vehicle. Now, I had a friend reach out to me saying they needed a vehicle immediately. I was able to get a hold of a Honda dealer in Tarrytown, New York. He was great. He helped them out and he got them on their way. And that was all done literally within 24 hours. So how do you do the financing? Well, you do DocuSign. There's all kinds of things that you can use. You can get all the financing in place. You can get your insurance done easily over the phone. And all you have to do is have the car dropped off. And that's where a lot of people are kind of questionable, like, how do I do that? I mean, I want to touch a car, or someone else touch a car. Well, a lot of times what they're doing is they're bringing their car to you, and they'll have it all completely cleaned. And they're also doing virtual test drives if you need that. You can do it either through videos, through the factory website, or sometimes you can have them drop off a vehicle. It will be cleaned, and you can clean it. So what I suggest you do is when the car comes in, it's cleaned, and they leave the key in a special place. Maybe they leave it on the seat and step away, and you come up to the vehicle. You can have Lysol wipes or whatever type of cleaning product you want and clean the vehicle. Remember, car products for the car, household products for the house. So don't just spray it all over things because you could actually damage the vehicle, which would be crazy. The one thing you're not going to get is you're not going to get that walk around, which I used to actually teach that stuff. I was a dealer trainer for many years. And one of the things we always like is a perfect delivery. In other words, you get the vehicle, we go through all the different features. We let you know, how to set radio and, how to set the seat and what to do if you have a flat tire and about all the safety features. You may have to go back to the dealer at a later time. Of course, you want to create a relationship with your local dealers. It's very important to do that. And the reason for that is if you have a problem or a concern or it goes in for service, they're going to be more accommodating to you. If you buy it from another state, and I have bought vehicles from Washington, D.C., and I have the service done here locally where I am, you can do that. It's just options to consider. One of the big questions I'm getting, whether I'm on a radio interview or through emails, is are there really good deals? And this is what I want to tell you. If you're sticking with the same brand, whether it's Honda or Ford, pick a brand, any brand, Audi, they're going to give you a loyalty discount for sticking with that brand. And this is the time you definitely want to remind that salesperson, I want a loyalty discount. I've been really loyal to whatever brand this is, and I want to stay with this brand. What kind of loyalty discount is there? Now, if there's any salesperson that says there's no such thing, that's a bad salesperson. And maybe you want to look at a different dealer because they know that it's there. But on the other side, you're switching brands. Maybe you're going from whatever you're driving to a Mercedes. They have a Conquest discount. Or you're going to a Kia or whatever. Pick Mitsubishi, pick any brand. You will find that there is a Conquest discount. Again, if you don't ask for it, you don't get it. Now, obviously, you're buying a $10,000 car. It's going to be a lot less if you're buying a $100,000 car, but that money is still there. And if you don't ask for it, you don't get it. So where are those big deals during the virus? There is one place. Typically, the previous year has some vehicles left over that didn't sell. Maybe they were not highly optioned, or maybe they were really highly optioned, or they were dealer demo cars. They want to get rid of those now. So this is an opportunity for you because you can say any 2019s that are sitting on the lot, and this is true anytime in the future as well. The 2019s, after the first of the year, they want to get rid of them because they got 2020s that are there and they want to obviously make money. And they are much more flexible on those vehicles any time of the month because the quicker they can get rid of last year's vehicles, they're going to want to start making room for 2021 vehicles, which will start hitting that dealership around August, September. That's when you're going to see them rolling in. That's typical. Now that may be delayed. We don't know. Right now, all production factories are shut down. They're talking about opening up in May. Some may be delayed, but on a global basis, everybody's shut down. Mostly, there's a couple small companies that aren't. So what do? How do you get those deals? Well, that's where you use your online resources. You can check everybody's inventory anytime you want. And they're not going to be able to find you. They might have a little pop-up that says, hey, do you have a question? You can say, do I have any 2019s left? You can go to every single dealer that you want, and you can actually pitch them against each other. So if you're looking at dealer A has this one vehicle and dealer B has the same vehicle, you can say, dealer A is offering it to me for $500 less. You better be able to back that up because they're going to ask for you to scan that document or screenshot it and send it to them, and then they can match it. Now, they may not want to, but at least you know you can still do a little bit of negotiation. Remember, this is a business deal. This is not a flea market. So nobody's had a fire sale. No one's giving anything away. So if you hear that, that's not true. There are some amazing deals on vehicles that are no longer being made or are changing over dramatically. A perfect example is the Corvette. The new 2020 Corvette's coming in. People want them. They're in super high demand. You're not going to get anything but retail plus. The dealer makes that optional choice to add extra money. But on the other side, there is a bunch of 2019s sitting on lots, and there is aggressive pricing on them. So if you're thinking you want a fire sale, it's not a fire sale. It's going to be a good deal. So make sure you check out a Corvette if you're thinking about that, or any other vehicles that are no longer being produced in 2020 or dramatic changes for 2020. One thing that I have noticed is some pretty aggressive financing from all the manufacturers. I've seen 0% for 72 months, 0% financing for 84 months. And that's crazy. That's if you're buying the vehicle. There are some really good lease deals as well. Again, this all depends on your credit. If you've got bad credit, you're probably not going to be eligible for this, and you might want to be looking at some used car opportunities. I think the used car market is going to actually increase in price, where typically they're pretty easy to look at the prices. I think they're going to be worth more because more people are thinking about new cars, haven't been working, and they're going to think maybe a certified pre-owned, maybe a used car. So keep that in mind that there's going to be no deals most likely on certified pre-owns and used vehicles. But when you're talking about financing, check with your credit union. They're open. Check with your bank. And then, of course, check with the dealer. The dealer may have some really great incentives. Now, on the back side of that, you can do all of your paperwork easily online. That's simple. We've been doing that for a long time. You can do a mortgage on your phone. I mean, there's Rocket Mortgage and a bunch of others. You just boom, done. And you can literally buy a house. You can do the same thing with your car. And the same thing with insurance. And all of the insurance companies are starting to offer things online, so it's super easy to do, or you can call because there are people working. If you have a vehicle that's coming off lease this month or in the next couple months, you can contact that leasing company and they might offer to extend to you up to 6 months. That's what I'm hearing. That's pretty impressive. So some people aren't able to trade in a vehicle and get into a new one. They kind of want to wait and see what their job situation is. I don't blame you. I'm there with you. We're all in the same boat. So that might be an option for you to extend 6 months, and you'll know where you are 6 months from now. If you purchased a car just before the virus, or maybe in the last 6 months or a year, and you're having trouble making your payments, many manufacturers are offering you some sort of help. That doesn't mean they're eliminating it. They'll take that payment and put it on the backside. Whether that's a lease or a buy through the financial arm of a different brand, you want to reach out to them. I know that Hyundai has Hyundai Assurance and GM has something, and Ford does. All the different manufacturers. Again, you got to read the print. Make sure you read the big print and the small print. I'm always saying, with the big print giveth, the small print taketh away. Another big question I'm getting is there going to be shortages of 2020 vehicles? Well, there's definitely going to be a shift, because if they were making vehicles and they had cars that are on dealer lots, there are cars that are in the holding lot, there are cars that are on trains, there are cars that are on the production line, they're going to be built. The thing that we don't know is, are they going to end production early, as they typically do in June or end of May, and switch over to 2021s? And that would mean if you have a car on order, you're probably going to have to see what's available and check with your dealer. So there will be cars available on dealer lots. There are cars in the pipeline, and they're going to be trying to get them off the lot. That doesn't mean they're going to be super aggressive, but there'll be aggressive pricing that would be maybe something you typically wouldn't get. Maybe you'll get $500 off or $1,500 off or maybe $2,000. Again, it depends on the vehicle, depends how it's loaded, and depends on the dealer and your relationship to that dealer. See, we keep going full circle back to that. So it's important to do that as well. They're local businesses, and it's always good to support your hometown companies because it helps with jobs and it helps keep the economy going in your local area. Remember, the dealers are very aware that you need transportation. It's a business relationship that you're creating. They're aware of the coronavirus, and they're keeping things super clean, including in the service departments and parts departments, collision departments. I've been to the local dealers, and they are really trying to do their best to have protocols so that you're aware what they're doing and they can help you. If you're not in the market for a car and you've got your own vehicle and maybe it's been sitting, make sure to get some cleaning products. I did a video up here you can check out, show you how to clean your vehicle, what to look for. Remember, again, car products for the car, household products for the home. Don't spray anything directly on any surface because you could potentially damage it. And don't use Lysol products on leather. Leather is a live material and you will need a proper leather cleaner. Don't forget the cabin air filters. The air that comes into where you sit is a cabin, and you can replace those cabin air filters yourself, or your favorite auto parts store can sell you one. Again, that's in that video I was referencing. Also, we've done some interesting car reviews that might help you when you're thinking about buying a new car. Some really great 2020 vehicles on the lots right now. Most important, stay home. And if you're not sure what to do, check out the car movies that we referenced last week. I have a full list of the ones that you guys have been sending. Keep sending them to me. I may have to do a montage or something because it's been really great. Some really phenomenal movies that I totally forgot about. And you can check that out up here as well. We will continue to put out some great information to help you during this time. We ask you to be safe, be healthy, and wash your hands. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support through everything, and we'll see you next time.